Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Discover a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey y'all, I'm JJ.
Hey guys, it's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests to share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
Oh my God. You know what time it is? It's
time to get
Fistin' Friday.
Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yeehaw.
It's like a 90s, early 2000s children's show.
Hey, that could be our next venture. Moss and I were talking about, I was asking him if like people who write children's books, because Schmidt, Max Greenfield from New Girl, he like has been writing a bunch of like children's books, and I was like, is that lucrative? And I was like, it's so lucrative. And I was like, we should do it. He's like, we should do it. And I was like, but we have to have a kid first. He goes, no, we don't.
No,
like,
but you can write it from aunt and uncle perspective.
Yeah, maybe aunt and uncles need book representation.
I was gonna say like that, or like the aunt and uncle like taking the kid on a trip or something.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Like
aunt
and uncle, like you get around. Yeah, just letting you know. I charge 5% for that idea.
I'm sorry I did not sign anything before you said that, so that's going to be a loss on your end.
Okay, fine. I'm writing my own then.
For sure. The good thing is, though, is that, like, I can draw. So I was like, we're perfect. I can illustrate this thing. Don't have to pay an artist.
Kids' books are fun. I love doing an audiobook for a kid's book.
I am obsessed with
15 minutes.
Yeah. No, I know. I saw this video of Max Greenfield, like, he's, like, working on the audiobook for my children's book. And I'm like, so is that like you can't even finish a glass of water before you're done? Like, no, I'm like, that's like
done
a couple
in 15
pages.
minutes, get paid for the whole hour. It's great.
That's so nice. It's gonna be my next venture.
But speaking of next ventures, I was with Kendall yesterday, and she was like, why aren't you and Megan opening like a bakery coffee shop? And I was like, well, I'm busy, but we did talk about a food truck. And she's like, y'all should do it. You can be a writer and do it. I said, yes, I can be a writer, but first, one, there's a strike going on. Two, I need to be hired for something. But like, it would need to be like, I'm writing and then we do it, and I can't be doing anything else. Yeah, well, like it's to the point where I'm like, I'm staffed on a show, and then we're doing it, but it can't be like doing podcasts in addition to all of that.
No, because here's the issue. Every side hustle I want to do is not a side hustle. It's a passion project that will make no money. And I'm like, that's going to be impossible. Like, you have to have so much money, and it has to be like, it's my fun thing. We need to have a venture that is like printing money. Like, we need something before we get to we're going to start a food truck where we sell turkey legs.
Right.
Like,
it's going to be,
I think that's
turkey
great.
Legs, funnel cakes. It's a fair on wheels.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair on wheels, Ferris wheels. I'm sure there's some pun in there that, food trucks love a pun.
And me, I love to name something. I love the words. I that's my favorite part. So I can get that down.
Okay, let's get into these results from an episode from 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna just apologize, everybody. Sorry this took so long. My excuse? I forgot. And no is a full sentence, but also I forgot is a full sentence.
I was really feeling myself because I was like, I sent this right away. I was like, good job, Melissa. Pat on the back. Because sometimes it's days and I don't even remember. You have to remind me. But for this one, I did send it right away. And then you couldn't access it for some reason.
Yeah. So this is just, sometimes I forget things and they're not even in the back of my head. Like, they never existed to me. And so that's what happened with this. And thank you all for understanding. But this, if you're listening to this episode and you haven't listened to that episode, you might be confused. You might not. But
you're going to be confused.
You will be.
All right. So let's get started. I was about to sing a song because one of my neighbors was blasting that wretched album.
Melissa, I can't tell you, like, the idea that they have multiple albums that are, and there are songs on there that aren't, like, their 6 popular songs is baffling to me.
I recently learned through the educational source that is TikTok is that before Fergie joined, they were, like, a lot cooler. And
wait, Mott's literally just told me that too.
There was a singer that was there before Fergie, and the record label wanted her to be like more sexy, and she was like no, and left the group. And then they got Fergie, and like I listened to a few of their songs, and they're like really good.
That's so wild. It's so confusing to me. It was they did the Fergie effect, but I'm gonna say I will never slander Fergie because she gave us MILF Money and that song. Well, yes, but I just mean like current Fergie. Everyone likes to be like, Fergie had her time, but like we don't need her anymore. I go, I'm sorry, MILF Money? No, I do need her. Like that song is so fucking good.
The greatest song that she ever sang was the national anthem at that basketball game.
Without a doubt, she gave the performance of a lifetime, and I'm just so happy for those boys. They were having a great time.
The time of their life. And then the
weight of the world on the game on their shoulders. And then they got to have a nice little acoustic break. Yeah, a little giggle.
and then as the internet does, and the great beat makers on the internet, somebody made a hip hop version of it. And it was incredible. And then that team was seen dancing to it. And Fergie got her feelings hurt. But they were like, no, we enjoy this. She didn't understand the moment that the culture was having.
No. She didn't know what she had created. It was a movement. And we're uplifting this. This is no one is laughing at you. This is thank you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for creating this moment.
Let's play some basketball.
Also, the fact that Amy Sherman Palladino didn't reach out to her to go, would you like to sing a song on The Marvelous Miss Maisel? Because it is very doo-wop, 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 shoo-wop, doo-wop. Like, that's exactly, maybe that's who she was trying to reach. And Amy Sherman Palladino just missed it completely. She shot her shot, literally. On the court, she shot her shot. Wow.
Oh,
anyways, that has nothing to do with this.
No. Just the fact that on Memorial Day, my neighbors were blaring albums of the Black Eyed Peas. It was okay. Let's get to this. All right, so let's kick it off with me. I did a rant about the writer's strike. 0% said I was wrong. Thank you.
They know their place. And you my God,
should have used me. You should have used my own picture of me striking.
I should have. But I'm not logged onto Instagram on my computer. And I was trying to do a rush job because you texted me and you're like, oh, let's record this tomorrow. And I was like, ooh, gotta put it up. So.
Well, it's the last day we have to record it because I know tomorrow is Friday.
Might be.
I was going to say, but I love this sign. It's perfect because even though I did not make this sign, I have had moments like this where I just don't know how much things cost. Do you remember the time I bought like 200 bananas because I didn't know how much bananas cost?
Yeah, no, you constantly have your Oprah moments.
And it fits
what
with
about the
this
oranges?
because, oh yeah, well, yeah, that too. Yeah, that was recent. That was a week ago.
No, that was a week ago, Melissa. Literally, I walk into her house. I go, "Why do you have like a cornucopia?" Doesn't even describe how many oranges. Like it looks like a Holiday Inn buffet table covered in oranges. And I'm like, "Why do you have so many oranges?" She's like, "Oh, well, there was that lady down the street like selling oranges, and so I didn't know how much they cost, and so I just like gave her money, and then she like handed me all of these, and I was going on a walk, and I was like, and you had to turn back home, and she goes, yeah, and then I had to walk back home, drop them off, and then keep going on my walk." Take 6 oranges. And I was like, okay. Like that is it's the Oprah moment. It's the Oprah effect.
It is. You know what show this is from?
That one that I haven't watched that everyone
Arrested
loves, and that guy
Development.
from Veep, who I love, is on it.
Yeah, you and Mods would absolutely love it.
He loves it.
But okay. But there's, for the people that do know it, there's always money in the banana stand.
I love that for you. Okay. Next up, we have apparently a hot fucking take, and I just have to say, everyone, like, I'm fucking disappointed in you. Like, I'm disappointed in a lot of you. My hot take is hollandaise is the most underrated sauce. 94%, nope, 44% said I was wrong. 56% said I was not wrong, and I just have I think I know what this is. I think I pissed off the ranch lovers, and they just needed to stick that knife right in my back.
A lot of people haven't had it as well.
And that is a crime in itself.
That's part of the problem. Yep.
They need a publicist.
We had a lot of people write in about this.
Oh, yeah, I was going to read
check
some.
The messages.
Yeah, I screenshotted some. Good call. Thank you for reminding me. Someone said, my mom puts hollandaise sauce on baked fish sometimes. Delicious. I'm also a slut for Eggs Benedict. I'm also a slut for Eggs Benedict. I'm a slut for a lot of things. And someone said, Eggs Benny for life. Also, my grandma's a wasp, and she makes it every Christmas over asparagus. And someone said, like, I love the podcast, listening to the latest episode. Want to let you know that hollandaise is a big thing around this time in Germany. You'd love it. White asparagus is a huge thing, and during asparagus season, literally every restaurant serves some version of asparagus with hollandaise and potatoes. You can get it pre-made at every supermarket. It's amazing. Pre-made at supermarkets is exactly what I'm asking for. Because then it's like, if it's soaked in the asparagus too. I'm not a big asparagus fan. It's like hit or miss for me. Some days I'm like, ooh, asparagus. No, I'm never like, ooh, asparagus. I'm like, I can eat this. And then other days I'm like, absolutely not. But adding hollandaise, if it's like cooked in it, that sounds delicious. And a lot of people wrote in about the white asparagus with hollandaise. So I guess that's a delicacy. Don't know. Never. I guess if I saw it in the store, I'd be like, oh, some chlorophyll is missing out of that. Yeah. These are malnourished asparagus. Like, okay. That's so, yeah, I've never seen it, but I'm assuming that's what it looks like. Yeah, I'm not always an asparagus person either. To me, it's kind of like nature's floss. If you overcook it, it just becomes so stringy, and it's like, it's so disgusting. I can't deal with that. And soggy. Ugh. Yeah, no. I need it to have a little bite to it, but it doesn't squeak like green beans, and I can't do squeaky foods. But I've told you this, if you cook string beans down, they don't squeak. No, I know, but then they get that like, I want things to have a bite that don't squeak. There's an in between. I'll have to, if you cook it in with oh, you can't eat onions, can you? I can eat onions. No. Oh, I can. Okay. I mean, it can be a IBS flare depending on when it is, but every time I eat anything, my stomach is not that thrilled. So I don't know. I thought onions was one of the onions and garlic are one of the big things that flare, but it's not. I'll make a little to go thing. So.
As a podcast network, our first priority has always been audio and the stories we're able to share with you. But at Realm, we also sell some pretty cool merch, and organizing that was made both possible and easy with Shopify. When you think about successful businesses like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, an often overlooked secret is the business behind the business that makes selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. That's because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret that's definitely worth talking about is that Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%. That's more happy customers and way more sales going. If you're hoping to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
You can eat some smothered. Anything smothered.
I love a smothered food.
Yeah.
I trust a smothered food. Like I don't want my food dry. I would like it smothered.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then we have writer number 1 versus friend who wants the writer to change the barbecue since she can't come on her birthday yet. Who's wrong?
Answer, sorry.
It's all good. 46% said the writer is wrong. 54% said the friend is wrong.
Yeah, other people are saying the same thing. Like, if it was something that was felt designated to her, even if it wasn't planned for her, but if it was made to seem to the friend that it was like really about her at this point, then yeah, wrong. But otherwise, not.
But if it's just like, we'll celebrate it here,
yeah,
not wrong.
Then we have writer number 2 versus Sammy and Hannah that were mad at the writer for sharing that Ella's boyfriend was cuddled up in a video on social media. 4% said the writer is wrong, and 96% said Sammy and Hannah are wrong. Mine curious.
Is saying 3% and 97%. Interesting.
Oh, maybe you clicked it more recently than me.
I did. Just click it.
We
had a slight shift.
I want to know.
I know. I'm always like I always want people to write in. We're not going to be mean about it unless it's like just a bad like take on something that's blatantly wrong. But this one, I just want to know.
Yeah. Did you see Diana responded to the story being like, took me a second to realize this is from this week before. LMAO, new record, Megan. That's me. Hello.
And then we've got writer number 3 versus friend who made inappropriate comments about adoption. 0% said the writer's wrong. 100% said the friends are wrong. And we have an update on next week's episode of But Am I Wrong?
Yeah, you're going to want to stay tuned for that one. Mm-hmm. It makes me want to let's get physical.
Well, that song's about fucking, so.
Yeah, but I'm keeping it up for interpretation because I'm not making veiled physical threats on the podcast. Okay, then we have writer number 4 versus neighbor who idles in their car. 12% said the writer is wrong. 86% said the neighbor is wrong. And
88.
That is what that does say, Melissa. Mine does also say 88. I just read it wrong.
I knew the numbers didn't add up when you said them, so I was like, I was
no
just
way
making
I would
sure.
have caught that. Nope. It's just that sometimes my brain changes letters and numbers, and I just
it also this is
pops in.
It cuts the 8 off, so it does kind of look like a 6.
Oh no, I scrolled up. So I love that you were creating an excuse for me. That was not what happened, but
from here.
No,
Got it.
I appreciate that. Someone responded to this and said that in California, you were right. It is illegal to idle in your car for more than 5 minutes.
I wouldn't have said it if I wasn't right.
Of course, because we have a reputation to uphold on this podcast.
Yes, I said what I said was in some places, and so and I knew specifically in California that it was, but I don't know where this person's located, so it may not be.
But I think if it's illegal in one, it's got to be in
multiple. But it's a state law. It's not a federal
county.
Law. So.
Oh yeah, federal. I hope you like the picture I chose for your wrong of the week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wrong of the week. I had to relook this up because I couldn't remember what it was even about. Corey Richens, 94% said that Richens is wrong. 6% said Richens is not wrong. And this is one. Someone did say I didn't mean to vote for a killer, but other than that, nobody else wrote it. This is what I would really like opinions on.
Yeah, I would too, because I think we touched on it that like if she had come out and said that her.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a founder of the Go Kid Go network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. Look for The Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Husband was abusive.
Mm-hmm.
That Mats and I had a conversation. I don't even know how it came up. It was because I was showing him, what is her name on TikTok? I mean, she's, I don't want to diminish her career to like, oh, she's a TikTok. She's not. Like, she's a writer. She's a comedian. But I've discovered her through TikTok, and she's fucking incredible. Who are these people I accidentally followed? I followed a lot of people accidentally. Who the fuck are all these?
On TikTok?
Yeah.
TikTok just follows people. I don't know what it does. Like sometimes you're just looking at something and I'm like, I don't remember ever following this person. And I scroll through their content and I'm like, I don't have a reason for why I would have ever followed this person.
I know. I think it's when I'm tired and I click it. Jenna Friedman. She's got a stand-up special called Lady Killer on Peacock and is a writer, and she's fantastic. But she does, I think it's not called, it's like, imagine, it's Indefensible. She's a show called Indefensible, which is like if Trevor Noah and Stephen Colbert and Anderson Cooper baited with Z-Way, but with other politicians. So like she like brings on like lawmakers and politicians and asks them questions that are like very fucking poignant about their fucked up politics. And then we'll be like, oh, so like you think this, like, so then like this could happen. And they're like, and they get like really flustered. She's incredible. But she had one about someone who's talking about if we did a livable wage, that there would be less abuse because financial abuse is so directly tied with physical abuse. And I was talking to Moss about it and he was like, wait, so like it's illegal, because she talks about it and I was like, it's illegal for like to kill your abuser, like if it's not like in self-defense, if it's not in the moment. And I was like, yeah, like that's part of the fucking reason. So with her, Richens, at that point, I'm like, I'm very pro people killing their abusers whenever they have the opportunity and the chance. But that's like, we can't vote on that as like a theory when that is so not how she's been talking.
Yeah.
Like
and
there's no indication of that.
No one has said that. She hasn't said it. None of her friends have said it. You know, there's always that friend that was like, well, but no, nobody said it. So we can only go off of this. This is not but Earl had to die moment.
A banger. We need more songs about killing husbands.
There's a lot of country songs about it, actually.
Yeah, Taylor Swift did another one. Anyways.
I heard someone call somebody called the Swifties, instead of saying Swifties, called y'all. And I'll include you in this.
No, Melissa, I'm a Taylor Swift fan. I do not align myself with the predominant Swiftie community.
Swiffers.
Hey, if the shoe fits. If the shoe fits. My friend Michaela talks about, like, she's like, I'm part of the Swift. She's like, I'm a Swiftie. I am not a part of the Swiftie community. Like, it's very much like, I personally listen to her music. I like her music, but like, I will not be guilty by association with like some of the fucking bullshit all of you are saying. Like, no, not my vibe. So my wrong. Oh, sorry. I wrote wrong of the episode for that one. I don't know why. I think that must have been from the What Am I Watching? And I didn't edit it. Weird. Okay. So I nominated Jen LaForce, and 99% said Jen is wrong. 1% said Jen is not wrong. And someone said, where is this? oh, I didn't screenshot this one, but someone said, like, I follow her on Instagram, not TikTok. Like, thank you for talking about this. Like, there was no indication. Like, all of this drama and shit only stayed on TikTok. Like, she did not inform her audience on the on her other platforms. So they were like, thanks for talking about this. Like, I literally had no idea. And another person said, I actually think that English has a lot of words that match completely the way I want to express myself. I speak German and Spanish as well, but German doesn't have the words that just perfectly express certain sentiments. And I also got a message from a Canadian who was like, I understood what you meant. And I was like, great. Thank God thank God. Because I'm like, after we recorded, I was like, I wonder if there's just going to be like only Americans are listening to this episode being like, wow, that's like really fucked up for like Meghan to say. And I'm like, no, but if you understand, you'll understand. And I just want to give a shout out to the Canadians who slid into the DMs who were like, we hear you. We see you. We understand. Thank you. Thank you for saying this. And I was like, okay, cool. So
validated.
It is Los Angeles, so we know a lot of Canadians.
Yeah, there are lots. And surprisingly, I know a lot of Australians too.
Melissa, I was just about to say, it's from Los Angeles, like living in Los Angeles, I would say you are just as likely to interact with someone who is from the United States, Canada, or Australia. Like it is, we're divided in thirds.
Yep. When I first moved here, a lot of my friends were Australian and none of them knew each other. It was odd. And apparently from my gal pal that's Australian, she was like, the US gets the best of the exports of Australian men.
Oh,
in Australia, absolute trash.
I've heard that America gets the biggest personalities and the most they're like the most Australians of Australians. And then I literally had one time I was trying to park at the farmers market, which is not a real, I mean, it is a farmer's market, but it's across the street. It used to be like a Grove.
Actual. Yeah. It used to be like an actual one back in the day, but then it got a little commercialized. But also, I just want to point out to anyone listening, this has nothing to do with Meghan's story because I don't know where she's going with this. But upstairs at the Grove, there is seating. There's more seating. You do not have to, I mean, at the farmer's market at the Grove, there's more seating. You do not have to sit with other people downstairs if you do not want to. Okay, continue.
That is true. It is traumatizing though, because there's some casting offices up there and I had one of the worst auditions of my entire life with like the meanest casting director who hated me. And I was just like, I'm so sorry that you hate me so much. Like I can just leave. And it was like Billy Lord and Emma Roberts in the waiting room. And I was just like, I should have just left.
Was this for Scream Queens?
No, but it was around the time that was on. And I was like, love you both. Like,
also, why were they auditioning?
They also didn't get it. The role. Okay. I know. But I was like, I hope that like it wasn't just me. Like I hope you just had like a really bad
Nepo
day.
babies not getting a role.
I know.
Nepo
but
grandchild on Nepo grandchild and Nepo. Yeah.
Nepo niece.
Nepo niece.
I was parking there, not on the same time that I'm auditioning, but like when I first moved to LA, I think it was like me and Lauren in my car. Like it might have been, I don't know, something else. But
Kudrow. That's
Lauren.
Just keep going.
Okay, cool. So for everybody who has no idea what we're talking about, it's like this tiny little like parking lot that is very, very, very fucking small. It's right by like a big outdoor mall in LA, but a lot of people use this parking lot to kind of go anywhere because it's like very central. And I lost my ticket and it's late at night. I think we had gone out earlier and it was like we were at like the diner or something, and it was probably like 2 a.m. So there's no attendant there. I can't find my ticket. And I was like stressed, like parked there waiting to try and like going through my back seat and all of this stuff. And a group of like 6 Australian blonde boys with shaggy hair come up and they're like, what? I'm not going to do the accent, but they're like, what happened? And I was like, oh, I can't find the ticket. And they were like, oh, fuck it. And they literally grab the partition, like the little wood gate thing. They lift it up and then they're like, go, go, go. And I just like sped out. And I was like, I love this. Like, it's like
you
Los
had a
Angeles.
Mentos moment.
I had just moved there and I was just like, this city is alive.
I wonder if they no, that's not where never mind. I was gonna say if they were coming from the Container Store. That's not where the Container Store is.
No, but some people park there to go there.
Bit. Yep. But if you don't know this, word on the street is if you're looking for a male sex worker, Container Store is where you go.
That feels like a very, very, very intelligent place to be soliciting business. That's a genius.
Because it's brilliant.
Wow. Hey, some stores, Barnes & Noble, make you have to shit. The Container Store makes you horny.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But think about the people coming out of there. They may need things, quote unquote, built or put together.
Handled.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Wow. This is...
So I was saying, but where I was going with that is maybe they just came off a shift.
Oh, yeah. I think these ones were... I think this was in the era of Pinkberry. I think they might have been some Pinkberry boys.
Okay.
I don't know. I loved it. It was great. Was that the last one?
Yep.
Yes, it was.
I had a thought. I didn't know that 4DX was a thing for movies. Have you heard of this?
Oh, I have, sadly.
And I tagged you in a video. But, we've been talking about going to see The Little Mermaid, and some people went to go see The Little Mermaid in 4DX, and everybody that saw it traumatized, like beyond. They're wearing raincoats.
Fuck no. Melissa, you already know I have a hard time breathing in underwater movies.
No, that's what I was going to say. You hate being underwater and you hate interactive theater. It would be your nightmare.
No, like it would be, you'd have to institutionalize me. Like that would be, I would have a break. Like I would legitimately, I would break.
I need to find someone to go with me. I don't know who. Everybody that's coming from it is traumatized because they're like, you need a seatbelt, and they did not provide seatbelts. It's like a roller coaster there because I guess the way that Ariel's swimming, because she swims pretty fast, so they're moving the seat in the way that she's moving.
Bitch, you better hope it's fucking calibrated, because if it even gets off by a half second, when Leo and I went to Harry Potter World like forever ago, we went on the ride, the one that's like, the whatever, like you're in it, you can see everything. You're right. It's kind of like soaring over California Adventure one where you're like hang gliding or whatever.
With something like 5 million podcasts, finding a really good one can take a ton of time. So let me recommend one. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in each episode, we discuss topics that can be really helpful, like how to read people better, the psychology of crowds, or fun things like the story of Legos, or why you probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for horses. Something You Should Know is the name of it, wherever you get your podcasts.
So it's a similar thing. So like you're strapped into the thing and you're moving along with like the video that's wraparound that's moving. If it's not calibrated, if it's off by like a split second, he and I literally were just yakking afterwards. Like we got
that's what people are walking out traumatized. No. Somebody just left it. There was one video, this girl just like got up and left and was like, give me a ticket to the regular one.
Well, the only way you're going to go with someone is if they don't have TikTok. Like, you're going to have to, like, take your dad.
I know.
Like,
I think I might.
To go with
my dad would never just go to Little Mermaid. I think I'll take my cousin. I think if I don't tell her what it is, then she'll go.
Wow. That's really fucked up. That's really fucked up. You can't do that to her. That's so cruel. You should just one of the kids.
No, because it's got to be here.
Because they might like it.
But it's got to be here because it'll be out of theaters. No, yeah, it'll be out of theaters by any time I go back home.
Well, true. I guess if also people are hating it, you need to go quickly because
I have to go
be like,
quickly.
This was a fail.
Yes. But it might be, I feel like people might be buying more tickets because they're seeing it on TikTok for the experience.
Oh, wow, you're right. This could be people doing it for the plot.
Yeah. So, it's got to be in the next couple weeks. So I will be seeing this movie 3 times. So I will be going to this underwater adventure and then seeing it with you regular as well.
Bring a snorkel. Like, bring a raincoat, bring a snorkel.
Yeah.
A safety
raincoat
vest.
is definitely on the list. Samantha might go. Yeah.
I'm glad you have
out of
someone
town.
who can share.
She's out of town filming a movie,
but
when she gets back,
happy for you. I'm super glad that I know boundaries and it's physically impossible to peer pressure me into anything.
No, I know no. It's not even that. I just know that you would get so sick. Like,
it wouldn't be fun for the other anyone else involved.
Yeah, that would literally be like you would be tormented.
It's
and
like,
that would be mean. Like, that would be the meanest thing that I could on a list of mean things to do. That would be just like if I just got to a point where I was like, I hate Meghan, then that's what I would do.
I wreck her. Like, the only way I can describe it to anyone, like, imagine taking edibles before a movie you should not take edibles for, and that movie is in 3D. Like, you're immediately vomiting, you're like gonna shit your pants, and you are psychologically unwell. Like, that is like, I saw Whale Rider when I was for like a birthday party when I was in elementary school, and this is when I discovered that I could not do cartoon underwater movies are like, that's whatever, that's fine. It's not fine. It's better
I think Little Mermaid it will be fine because since they're like ocean creatures, they're not like breathing, and so you don't see bubbles. So it would be okay with it. When I was sitting in the theater, I was like, Meghan will be fine because there's no bubbles.
Yeah, no, I know it's because I almost drowned, but it's also because like I have no ego when it comes to the ocean. I'm like, there is so much shit out there, and like, this place is not for me. Like, you know what? It's for Ariel.
No, it's not. She doesn't want to be there. That's the whole plot of the movie. She does not want to be there. The line.
She wants to be able to walk on land, swim in the ocean, which I'm like, but no, you get the best of both worlds.
I'm like, if her dad can instantly change her legs with, we'll get into this later when we do watch. No point in doing this now, but I have some things to say. But yes, we'll go. It'll die down in like 2 weeks, and then we can see it.
I'm gonna say 3.
I pick is more of a like, people go opening and then second weekend and then it dies off. I pick people don't. Because it's like,
I pick people are picky people.
Yes. No, for real. Yeah. They're like, we're going to be in here as soon as possible, and then we're done.
They do have a quick turnover. I have to see that, and then we have to see, I don't know if you want to come with Mott's and I to see this, but we want to do the new Fast and Furious movie.
I already saw it because I had to see it for the podcast.
Was it?
It's a Fast and Furious movie.
Melissa, that's all I'm asking for.
That's all, exactly what I need. That's all you need. Yeah. Perfect. I'm having to see movies now because we're doing like a quick turnaround on movies for Black Men Can't Jump.
Yeah.
And I'm having to see them like the weekend it comes out. So I have to go see Into the Spider-Verse today at 2:00. That's why I have a heart out.
Oh my God. Is that the one with Jake Johnson's in it?
Yeah.
What a guy.
What a guy. All right. Well, that's all I really got for you. You got anything else for me?
No, I don't. I do want to make it clear, everybody, that I think Whale Rider, I don't remember it well, but I'm sure it's a wonderful movie.
I don't even know what this is. You've said it like 5 times. I have no clue what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure it's like a very well-renowned, like wonderful movie, and I want everyone to know that like
it's nothing against the movie.
Yeah. I have to say that with like anytime there's something like underwater that I'm just like, I don't want anyone to like think it's not. Yeah, it's 91 on Rotten Tomatoes. But it's a wonderful, beautiful, fantastic film. There's just underwater things, which that's when I realized that I don't know how to watch a movie and breathe underwater normally. Make sure to vote. Make sure to vote for this week's episode of But Am I Wrong? The votes should be up earlier than they were for this episode.
I've already sent it to you.
My bad. Yes, I will be doing that. Things have been a little less chaotic. So vote on those. And as always, like, we love to have people write in, whether you are the person who was the writer, who we talked about it, we answered, we gave our verdict on the episode, or you just have your own thoughts and feelings. We love to hear the reasoning for it, or your thought process. It can even be like a personal anecdote you have with something that reminds you of something else. Like, it's just fun. We love the interaction. So please continue to do that. Just shoot us a DM.
Slide into them. Also, I love you, Megan.
Why are you being weird?
I haven't said it to you in a long time.
Okay.
So I just want you to know.
Are you terminal?
No, not that I'm aware of. Could be.
Well, I love you too. Know. You're wonderful. You're fantastic.
Thanks.
Hilarious. Wonderful. Amazing. And
maybe I'll see you on Tuesday. I don't know. I don't know your life.
Well,
I will talk to you later.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Welcome to the small town of Chinook, where faith runs deep and secrets run deeper. In this new thriller, religion and crime collide when a gruesome murder rocks the isolated Montana community. Everyone is quick to point their fingers at a drug-addicted teenager, but local deputy Ruth Vogel isn't convinced. She suspects connections to a powerful religious group. Enter federal agent V.B. Lauro, who has been investigating a local church for possible criminal activity. The pair form an unlikely partnership to catch the killer, unearthing secrets that leave Ruth torn between her duty to the law, her religious convictions, and her very own family. But something more sinister than murder is afoot, and someone is watching Ruth. Chinook, starring Kelly Marie Tran and Sanaa Lathan. Listen to Chinook wherever you get your podcasts.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.